I thought, I'm gonna make a video on how to do this basically. I'm not a great player. I've gotten down to rank 5 on a killer and a survivor at one point. I usually say around the 7th, so I'm not like a lot of these streamers are this excellent. But I decided to make this because when I first started playing, there were just a lot of basic things I didn't know how to do, and I found it frustrating, and you have to play forever to learn a lot of this stuff. So this isn't like tricks on how to do things, but real basic things. First of all, I guess we can look at the screen here. Oracle cells. Those are usually something you have to buy with your own money. You can use this to buy different outfits for this person. What you would do is you would go like to the store here, which is this icon down in the left corner. It says store. Since you have this person up, you press on it. It'll switch me over. And these are different outfits that you can buy. And so it'll tell you how much they are. And if you just click on one and say, oh, I want to buy this one for her, and show you what it is. And I can't afford to buy that because I'm not going to spend extra money. But you can individually buy these. I can buy this for her. That. Just different things just to make your character unique on however you want to. Since I can't afford it, if I want to buy it, and I just click on the triangle, it'll pop up another screen allowing you to use a credit card to buy these different outfits. And you can just scroll down into all these different, I guess, kind of fun. I usually try to get outfits, if I'm going to buy any, that are darker in color, that I can hide in the game, or more functional. If you buy something like this, see, it's a little bit darker, so in the game you're going to be able to hide a little bit better. At least I feel like you can. When you start getting pink hair, blue hair, stuff like that, the killer is going to be able to spot you a little bit better. And so, just to let you know, you're going to be a little easier target. At least I feel. You'll see little more experienced players doing this. So I'll go back. These are the shards. You usually get these just by winning games. Every time you go up a level, and I'm not talking about this ranking, this is different. This is your level here, player level. Every time I go up, you'll get, say, 300 of these. And so you'll keep ranking up. These don't have a whole lot of value. I mean, they're not a basic currency in this, but what you can do is, again, you go down to the store here. And we can go up to what they call the Shrine of Secrets. This is something I was never told, but I was told eventually after playing for quite some time, that the Shrine of Secrets, we'll get to the perks here a little bit, but you can actually buy these. These are individual perks, and maybe we'll kind of come back to this a little bit, but you can buy them using these. See, it costs 2,000. It tells you kind of what it does. And I'll tell you what we mean by perks and all that. Now, again, this is my level. On this character, it'll keep just leveling up. This is my ranking. You'll see the teardrop things there. Once I get 5 of them, I will drop down a rank because I guess more experience, or I guess your higher rank is actually a lower number. Going up to, starting at 20, which is a beginner, going to the advanced players, which are like ranked 1. The color also indicates different things. I have a purple here, so I'll be purple from 8, 7, 6, and 5. Now once I reach 4, it'll turn into a red rank. And then there's gold ranks and green ranks. So green I think is above this one. That's like your level 9, 10. I'm not sure what it is, if it's every 5 or so, but just to let you know. So if I go up here, these are different survivors I can choose from. If I click on it, it'll tell me who they are and their level. You can see some of them I have ranked up to 50. You can only level them up to 50. You can keep buying things for them, but you'll keep going, getting your level will continue up to 50. This is why it's important. I go to her to say, here's a level 1. So I click on her. Kind of tells me information on her. You can just read it. Scroll down on it. If I go to her loadout, every player that you buy or get will start with 3 of these basic add or perks. They have special abilities for each one. Now once I reach level, I believe 35, around there, for her, the other players that I have, the other characters I have, can start using these special perks. They'll pop up in what they call the blood web. Here's the blood web. This is another rank down here. Icon. So I press OK, she's level 1. Now notice it's pretty limited on what I can buy. How do you buy these? These right here. These are your blood points. I have 18,000, which is not much. Each one of these costs, this it'll tell you 3,000, 3,000, 4,000. So if I wanted to buy something with her, I just click on it like that. And then I bought it, and you see it's subtracted the blood points from me. Now, right here, this is kind of the important thing. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 little diamonds. Since she's basic, she only has room for 1 perk, so I have to choose which one of these I want to put in there to help her. If I just choose it, it goes up there. That's her 1 perk she can use. And once you reach level 5, another one will open. Another one opens at 10, and another opens at 15. So if I wanted to play, we can get I don't really have any add-ons, but we'll go because she's so basic. Okay, so let's go to one that I have opened up. I will go up here, choose which character I want. So start, we'll just say her. You can see that she's open all the way up here, and as I go I get more and more perks, up to 4 perks. It doesn't remember, and I can only get a total of 4. Everything that you get, you notice her blood web is quite a bit more complex because she's at the rank 50, so I have a lot more to choose from. Usually on the outer part, these are perks. It'll have like C2 little lines on it, and it's green. That means it's a level 2 perk. As I go up higher, they'll turn purple. So these are purple. Let's see if I have another flare that's not quite there. I might have some green again. Yeah, see, this is only a level 2. If I go to the blood web, I might find a purple one coming. It'll eventually come up to purple. That's all the higher they can. Let's see if I have that up. That's self-care. If you just cross over, it'll tell you what they do. but when you get your basic one, your first one, they're going to be like this color. And it won't do quite as well the job it's supposed to. It's not quite as far, like your healing won't be quite as fast on this one, but it'll be faster as you go up on 3. They can only go to 3. Level 3. There's a level 2, level 3. And I can change these out just by clicking on it and then clicking on another one. If that makes sense. So every character has 3 basic perks that are unique to them. Once you get up to about level 35, then they will be what they call a teachable perk. So I can go here and it'll start showing up on different person's blood webs. Decisive Strike, you can see it here, and they'll say rare Laurie Stark, or Strode, excuse me, perk. So this originally was hers, but since she's up level 50, it'll start showing up in other characters' blood webs. And so it's already got, let's see here, go to his layout, Decisive Strike. See, you can see it's a gold one. Decisive Strike, it's level 1. It'll tell me here, it's usable for 40 seconds. Escape the killer's grasp, stun the killer for 5 seconds. So if I get to level 2, let's see here. You can see that's usable for 50 seconds. So it extended the time, so it's a little bit better. And once you get to the purple, it'll even be longer. So they just improve as time goes on. That's how that works out. Now with these inventories, these are all these things for all this stuff right through here. You'll get through the blood web as time goes on. See, here's little basic stuff. They're not all just perks and stuff. They're also what they call add-ons. These are add-ons. Basic add-ons here. So I click on this. There's a map. Usually the higher and more rare something is, it'll be pink. Purple, not quite as rare, but it's one of the best you can get. Then green, then yellow. They're kind of in order, so you know that this med kit is not as good as this one. Now, there are also green med kits and purple ones, and they all will be more useful. It'll be quicker to heal you, it'll last longer, that sort of thing. You have med kits to heal you, you have flashlights to blind the killer. Here's a map, here's a green map, this is a good example. 20 seconds of use, and it kind of tells you about it. Now if I want to step up, this one, they both have about the same amount of use, but you can see that I can track more things. Okay. Okay, so this is good. So we'll say, okay, well, I want to be able to heal myself pretty quick. This is pretty vital, I think, especially as a new beginner, that you're able to heal yourself. If I do not have this perk, I will not be able to heal myself unless I bring a first aid kit in. And once that first aid kit is used up, you won't be able to heal yourself. You'll have to go and find another person, and then they can heal you. But that can be difficult. And if you run around the map, especially as a new player, and you're wounded, you make noise. because your character is going to be all the time, and the character or the killer is going to be able to hear you a little bit better, and they're going to go after you because they want you down and on a hook, of course. So this goes for 24 seconds. Considerably, it's probably the best one I have right now. So if I clicked on it, it goes up here. Now I can add things to that. I click on it, so I can add this, and again, these things are more rare, and they add different things. This makes my healing speed quicker, so I can add that to it. Just click on it, it pops up on the add-on. I can add one more. Now if you notice, this said 24 charges, which isn't a whole lot of time. It's probably good for one heal. But I can add this wrap. It says adds 8 charges to it, so it's a little bit more. So you can do that. And so that makes this a little bit better. And you just have to go to different combinations. If I choose, say, say the green map, I can go and the add-ons for the green map will show up. Again, these are purple, and you can just read and see what they do. This allows other people to help. So whenever I push the button to make these things glow, you'll be able to track like all the hooks, the generators, and then other people will be able to see them. Unlocks ability to track black locks. That means you're supposed to be able to see the hatch. And the hatch is another way of getting out of the game without using the gates. Usually you can't open that until later on in the game, otherwise you're not getting any blood points anyway. But all these things just, you know, increases the range of the map. Just little things that help add to it. You just have to kind of read them. Let's see here. And people will just, you have to kind of learn what you want to have. I think for a basic person, self-care is probably the best perk, because you're going to want to be able to heal yourself. Go off and heal yourself. Now, not everyone's going to agree with that. And it is important to learn that if you look at this self-care, you'll see that this is Claudette's basic perk. Claudette is right here. Now the reason this character over here, this guy, can use it is because I got her above 35, and so it showed up in his blood web, and I used it and was able to add it to his layout. So I won't probably go through a whole lot of why I use certain things. Because it'll be kind of different, especially if you're just starting out. Not saying I'm a real great person at this, but Meg, she's famous because she's pretty quick. You'll notice a lot of people use her. Her layout here, and I've had her probably the longest, so she has a lot of different ones that she can use. She does have decisive strike, I mean, which again, it tells you all the different things you can do. It'll tell you what they do, and you just have to kind of decide what you want to use. And it'll change as you get more experience. Another very good perk is a spine chill. The reason that is good, and I'll kind of show you in the game here, is that this kind of lets you know if the killer is facing you or heading towards you, and you don't have to spot them. with her, again with the blood web, it's going to be quite large blood web. You know, if I want to go, so here's right here, it's leader, it's a green. So if I want that, I'll have to keep choosing these and going down until I get to that. And then I can, it'll go automatically go into my characters loadout. So just so the keys right here, I'm not going to put one on, but it's a good idea if you don't know if you're going to be able to get out. The only reason you want this really, in my opinion, is to unlock the hatch. And towards the end of the game, the hatch will open. If you're the last person or all the generators are done, it'll open, but the killer will usually run over and shut it so you can't get out. But if you have a key, you can open it. And I think 2 people can exit that hatch with this one, and everyone can with this, if I'm not mistaken. They do have a little bit additional things you can add to it that you just have to go through. This makes it so you don't lose the key after you use it, things like that. It also indicates how many you have by that little number right there that I'm circling. So we'll just start here basically. I'm going to choose to use a health kit here. Maybe, let's see if we have anything to add to it. Now some of these are going to have to be careful because it'll say, yeah, it increases your healing speed, but it also reduces the number of charges you have by 8. This thing only has 16 charges, so it cuts the amount I can use it in half. But again, you just have to go over these and read them. So anyway, I usually just add something there that slightly increases how fast you'll heal. Now, for the last thing on these icons is so if you have an offering. Again, these are just basic things. You just have to read what they do. This, if I use this on the offering, all the people will start the trial together. This will stop me from losing things. I mean, certain ones will say, okay, you have an increased chance of going to certain maps if you like certain ones. I just rarely use these, that's why I have a ton of them, because I don't really care necessarily which map I want to go to. Some help you get a little bit extra blood points. So I can click on that. And I just highlight the one I want and press X. On Xbox, on PlayStation 4, just press X. Now these will be with the other person. I can actually invite friends if I have them online. Just click on it with the X and go over, and you can invite them to your game, and then you guys can play together. Just click, go over, highlight their name, and then I press X again, it'll automatically, it'll show up on their screen that I've invited them to a game. They just have to go to notifications and click on it. That's outside the map. I'm sure you know how to do that part. Just at any rate. Another thing you can do is do different challenges. The reason these are important is it helps you get different blood points. These are the blue ones are the ones I've completed. Their skull ones are for killers. These little orbs are for survivors. And then there's different ones that can be used for both of them, like this one. So I just have to earn a certain rank at the end of each game. Once I reach 15, I'll get 30,000 blood points extra. So I'm currently working on that. to it, automatically pops out. Highlight it, press X, get back, you always press circle. So if I'm ready, I just press like right here, down icon, triangle. Now, it takes a while to get a match. If I want to change her clothes, what she's wearing, again, I always like the darker outfits because I can hide a little better. But if I want to change her, I can just click on customize. These are ones that she owns. I didn't have to buy them because some of them you'll just get them and earn them. So if I want her to have a hat, click on it. Or if I want just her hair. So that's how you can do that. If I want a different shirt, click on the shirt, all her shirt outfits. Again, that's totally up to you. I find that if I click on this, she's going to be spotted a little bit better. That's just my opinion. So I usually go with the darker outfits to hide. Same with pants, just click on it. These, I am not exactly sure their purpose, I'll be honest with you. They automatically kind of show up. They'll show up on the hooks a lot of times with the killers. You can see the snowflake. And if you look on her left hip, over here you'll see the snowflake. It'll show up there. I guess that just... I don't think they add anything to the game, to be honest with you. So, anyway. Oh, okay, so now we got a game. You'll see we'll go into what we call the lobby, and there'll be 3 other players there. Here's me on the right side, and here's 3 other people. So I think I'm pretty ready for my game. So it's up there. When I'm ready, I press triangle. When I press triangle, a check mark will show up here. So I just press it, there's a triangle. These people are not ready yet. But hopefully when they do get ready, you'll see a little check mark show up here. And I guess while we're waiting here, down here, if you notice, it says daily rituals. We can go through that too. That's another way of getting blood points. So we're going to be entering a game. It'll give you some ideas. These are my offerings. My offering and their offering. And as they're getting ready for the game, you'll notice that it'll give you some suggestions like carried survivors can attempt to wiggle. On PlayStation 4, I believe it's the left, I guess the joystick, or L3, 1. You just move that back and forth as fast as you can. That's how you wiggle to try to get out of them, get out of their grasp. You can do that. It'll show you. You have to do it a certain amount of times, and then he'll end up dropping you. But it is hard to get out before they get you to a hook. And here it keeps telling you different ones. Survivor's hooked for the 3rd time. So especially if you're just learning, they'll come up with some real basic suggestions, you know, little hints on what you can do. Doll totems. I'll show you what those look like too in this game. If I don't get killed too quickly, which can happen. Sometimes also, when you're reading those, it'll give you a hint to who your killer is going to be. Generally, killers will have what they call a terror radius, meaning that I can hear them kind of coming. You'll have a certain type of music before they're around you. That gives you an idea. Not all of them do. Some of them have a stealth mode where they cannot be detected. That's why that if you look at the icon, I can't highlight it, but if you look to my right lower, you'll see 4 triangles. Those are my add-ons that I put on, or my perks. Okay, I can hear he's coming. Do you hear that little sound? That meant that he was coming towards me. Now when these perks that I got 4 of them lit, or one of them's lit up. That means that's active. I can use it. If I get injured, I'm going to be able to use it. Now I can, with her, I can crouch. This makes you go slower, but you're much less more detective. Now I'm crouching by pressing L2. And I can walk, but you know, my idea here, of course, is to find the other guys or to find a generator. Now you notice I'm going slower. If I don't crouch, I go faster. If I want to run, I press the L1 button. Now here's a person coming over to me. He's friendly. Usually they'll do that and they'll see he's running, so we'll follow him. I think he probably wants us to go there. Maybe not. Now these are your lockers. You can hide from killers in them. Just pressing R1. See, I'll go inside and you can kind of hide. Press it again, you go out. One thing is, if they look in there, they can take you right out and hang you, but sometimes it's good. So I'm just walking around looking for a generator. Now if you listen real closely, you'll hear that little mechanic noise. That means somebody is working on a generator over here. I can go help them. Now if you look here, I know what killer it is now. This is going to be Pyramid Head, because he always does that. If you step on that, it'll make you have these little red things on your feet. It kind of slows you up, blocks your vision. So I just walk up to it, press R1, and I will start going, helping her. So I helped her. If you look to the left, you see those things that added up. That means I got 118 blood points extra by helping her a little bit. A lot of times a good idea to leave quickly after you start a generator, because the killer is notified that that generator was completed, so he knows that someone's over there, and a lot of times they will just beeline it right for you. You just have to go and look for... No, this one I won't be able to help her on because there's only room for one person. So I'll leave. Take a real quick look. For any totems. There's no totems here. I'll see if I can find one. You'll get used to finding totems where they're located. Keep an eye out for these windows because you can vault through them when you're trying to escape the killer. So far we've been lucky and haven't run into them. Always find these little quips and crannies like this. That's where a lot of those totems will be hidden. You'll notice if I go through here, you have these little pallets set up. You don't want to pull that down yet. You're going to want to save it because that may, if you're getting chased by the killer, and you run through there, I can hit the R1 button. It'll throw it down behind me as I'm running through, and it'll stun the killer if he's close. If not, at least it stops him from going right for you. Some killers, of course, same thing. R1. Now I'm going to get skill checks. You'll see a little icon. I press R1. Okay, she's coming. Oh, he's chasing me. You have to run. I like to try to confuse them, but if I run through here, a lot of times they won't be able to catch me, or it'll... See, and that's, I just threw that down as I went through it. The techniques you'll just kind of have to learn on that. I won't go through that for the basics. See, now I'm wounded. I got hit once. I have to try to go through. I'm not trying to really teach you how to avoid them, because you can find those, but kind of look behind you. I can see his red light coming. Now, as I'm running, I'm leaving these red marks. And so, that's not good. But I can't really slow down because he's going to catch me. I didn't break that, so I can hop over it quickly. He can't. So hopefully, if he gets me again, I'm going to go down. And he's going to. Now, you'll see the wiggle bar come up. See it on the bottom there? Now I'm going to move my joystick back and forth really quick. Of course, he has me on both. It's important to try to do that as quickly as you can, so you might be able to wiggle free. So I'm hitting on the hook. Now, if you notice, if I look around the yellow, those are my 3 partners that are around here somewhere. They hopefully will come and unhook me. What this killer is doing is putting all these little traps there for him. So if they try to heal me, they're going to have to dodge them. Now, if you look on the lower left, you'll see all of our names and our icons. The hook, that's me. You can see the red line underneath going through. So I'm going to try to run away. And you can see my feet have those little splash marks. Oh, that's because of that thing I ran through. That heartbeat means he is on my trail. He's going to be coming to me. Yeah. I was hoping to heal myself. I tried to pull that down. I didn't quite make it. Some people are better at this than others. And the wiggle. Move my joystick back and forth. You can see the wiggle bar going up. And of course, I don't have that much space. Now, second hook. I have to press the X button on the X or the PlayStation 4. Keep doing that, otherwise I'll die. Knock him down again, so this won't be good, but now I'm gonna die here because he's probably gonna hook me up. This is what they call a moray. After he hooks me once, he hooks me a second time, he can, what they do is moray me. So we didn't do too well. This will now tell me the ranks of the people that are also with me and what they're using as perks. Everyone uses a little different one. And their ranking. It won't show you the killer stuff until the game is over. I can tell you he's a level 11. I wouldn't put too much emphasis on that because sometimes people take a break, and if you're not playing for a while, they'll level you back up, moving you to a higher level. And you're really, this guy may have been rank 4 a few weeks ago. Now he's 11. Who knows? It does give you an option if you think this person was playing unfairly or hacking or doing something. I click on this. It gives me either say, yeah, he's a good guy or whatever. Or if they're cussing, harassing you, doing things, you can go to there. Again, just highlight that part. And then I can do that. If you wanted to talk to them, click on their name. Most of these killers or don't like toxic players yelling at them, especially if they're a-holes. And so they just block people from sending them text messages. If you don't like them, I can block them or send them a friend request that allows me to talk with them. So we'll go back into this. Here again is my blood web. I earned a certain amount of blood points. You'll see them up there. And I can just go through and choose what I want, if I want, or you can save them. You don't have to. So they'll just keep accumulating. So I've chosen some of these icons. I don't know if I should really even go through them because there's so many different ones you can choose from. The spine chill, as I said, that allows me to see the person's coming without actually having to spot them myself. I think that's a good one to have on. It usually, if you remember the triangles over here or the diamonds that were in the corner here when I was playing, that will glow when the killer's coming, and it gives me an extra heads up that, oh, I better take off running. Now some of these that you might want to consider, sometimes they go together in a way. They're from different people. You can see this one's from Detective Tap. This one is a different player called Bill. But I've put these two together on this one. Don't have to, but put them together because this one says you can crawl away while you're healing. And I heal 50% faster. Now, unbreakable means I can heal myself completely from a dying, or when I'm on the ground there, I can completely heal myself to standing up. I don't need someone else to come get me and heal me. So that's why I put those two together. And you'll just have to experiment on that. That's the one, of course, allows me to heal myself, which I wasn't able to do. But we'll play again and kind of show you. Use that. I want to use this one, so I'll have to kind of buy my way up. And there it is. So you see this is highlighted. I just click on it. It goes up there. I'm ready. Press triangle. We'll wait for it to load up another game. Now if you could see these down here, but there's a thing called the daily ritual that can give you, similar to what this does, they'll say do a certain thing and we'll give you extra blood points. Can cancel if I'm not ready, and then I'll go to the daily ritual. I can either click on it here or on your keypad on the left side with the 4 buttons. Just press the far left one and it'll take me to that. Okay, I don't have any daily rituals right now because usually you can get a maximum of 3, but I do use them quite a bit just to get the extra blood points. It's silly not to. A lot of times it's just be chased by the killer for 180 seconds and you'll get 30,000 blood points. So I don't have to click on it or choose it, it's just going to happen. So I'm ready, triangle. Hopefully we'll get a game going. Again, I can choose my character. I can run a different character if I want. These icons here tell me click on hers. This is what I'm running with her. Switch characters again. And once you choose something, you can tell that, you can kind of see it. We have a game going to be starting here. When we get to this point again, you can see when I'm ready, I just press triangle down here. We got 50 seconds. So if you want to go and change stuff out, you can have your chances. Click on this stuff, you can. When I'm ready, I press triangle. Got the check mark, says I'm ready. When this time runs out, it's going to start anyway. These circles here indicate that these guys are playing either on a computer or a Switch or something. Maybe Xbox. Everybody's offerings. As we're going through, you'll see that we have little hints on what to do. You read those, it'll give you a hint maybe on the type of killer you're going to be, or what killer is going to be going after you. Just going to read those. So far, I haven't seen any hints on anything. But sometimes it'll say something like, when you're put in a head cage by the pig, you'll have to find a, some sort of machine to take the headgear off, whatever. So then if it gives you a hint like that, then you go, okay, it's going to be the pig. Otherwise, you're just going to have to wait to see who it is. Or, a lot of times different characters will have things scattered around. You go, oh, well, if you noticed last time, the pig had all these little machines and you can spot it. Walk up to this. Press R1, I'll start repairing it. I usually turn around so I can kind of see. I can still move the camera as long as I keep R1 pressed down. You'll get a little auditory warning that my skill check is going to pop up. So I'll keep R1 down. When that little clock pops up, I have to wait for it, get in those two little lines at a certain area, then I press L1. And you have to do that. If I don't get it right, then it's going to make a big sound and it's going to warn the killer down here. You can see every time I hit it, I get a certain amount of blood points. If you hit it in the solid white line, which is a great skill check, you get a little extra points, like 300. It's harder to hit. Otherwise, to me, just hitting it good is fine. Because I don't want to miss the skill check, because I don't want the killer to be notified that someone's over here working on a generator. Otherwise, they're going to come over and come after me. I keep an eye on that little cat on the lower right hand corner of the diamond. And if it lights up, that means the killer is looking at me or towards me and might be heading towards me. So I got that one done. You can see on our right hand, or the left lower corner, the engines or generators. I have, now it says 4. We have 5 to do. We had 5. I just did 1, so we're down to 4. I can see the person hung. Red, that means that person's going. Or was hung, but somebody took them off. You can see our icons in the very left lower corner. That person is wounded on the one side. You can see the little red mark. That means they're wounded. I go over this. I go over slowly so I don't make a sound. If I run through that, then it makes a sound. Now someone's been starting this and they got ran off. So I go up here and look. See, it's already partway done. You see that line says repair? So I'm going to start on that and start doing it. Now I want to keep an eye on these stairs because there's only one way up here, and if the killer comes, he's going to come up there. And I always look for my way out, which is that window. I'm going to be heading right there. Oh, see the cat's lighting up? That means someone's kind of in this area. Or they're kind of looking. If it stays on, that means he's coming up here. Okay. This is a killer that can turn invisible. I can tell that by the sound he made. You can kind of spot him because he'll be kind of wavy or kind of a mirage looking thing. That looks like someone got hit and they're down. That means the killer's over there, so it's probably safe for me to go back up there. The thing about that is he's going to probably keep checking because he knows I want to come back here, so he's probably going to come back, but hopefully I'll keep doing that enough that I'll get this generator started. I'm almost there. You can see the little line, the little gray line. If you work by yourself, it takes a while. And about ready done, and boom, we're done. Well, he's probably heading over here is my guess. See if we can spot him coming up the stairs. I can look downstairs. So he got someone right below me. He's going to hook him up. If you look at this, this is a chest. I can unlock it by pressing R1. It takes a while. But you'll get little hidden things that can help you. Maybe a first aid kit or a key or a map. Flashlight. So this is a first aid kit. It's no better than one I have, so I'll just leave it there for someone. But if you notice, I got like 150 blood points or so, 250 for opening that. Everything you do is going to cause blood points. Now if I run, I'm leaving scratch marks. You can't see them, but the killer can. So sometimes it's better to walk. Keep a good eye out for the killer. Something like this. If I go over, I'll press R1. I'll lift him off the hook. Now we'll go over to him, press R1, and we'll start healing him. This will require a skill check too. Okay, so we'll heal him. Skill check just like on the generator, so, but we had a couple of people healing him. Good. Now if I go help them, I will get some more blood points. Every time we do that. But if you spend all your time just taking people off hooks, you're not going to get any generators done. But it's always nice to help your partners. So I'm helping healing. You look over there. I'm getting 200 for helping. Another 50 for hitting the skill check. Everything I do. Okay. So there's the killer. That's what they look like. I try to confuse them by not letting them know which way I'm running. He's coming after me still. I'll get a little speed burst when he hits me. Now I'm leaving. No, he's blocking me here. hard to do this when I'm talking at the same time, but so I'm gonna try to wiggle free. If I get to the end, he'll drop me. A lot of times it's hard to do. Regardless, you should try to wiggle because you never know. Sometimes people will run over. There's perks where someone can actually destroy the hook before they get you on it. And so then he has to try to find another hook, which is going to be difficult to find another hook. So I can see my friends while I'm on the hook. So I always just take a look around, see where they're at. I can see this person's thinking about coming over and helping me. Again, under the lower left, you can see a hook. That's me. I'm on a hook. You can see the red mark. Slope the line below it. As it goes down, reaches the halfway mark. That'll be considered my second hook. I'll start on that. So hopefully somebody gets me off of here quicker before I go into that. If I go into that, I'll have to start pressing the X button. And next time the guy hooks me, I'll die. Okay, so this guy's gonna heal me. Keep a look around. The killer. Also on my icon with the cat on it. If that thing lights up, that means he's probably on his way over. At least he's looking my direction. If it stays on, he's definitely walking towards me. If I'm walking like this, especially crouched, I'm harder to see. If I'm walking slow, I don't leave any marks. If I start running, all these rocks will have little red scratch marks, and the killer will be able to follow those and follow me to it. If I stand up and walk, I'm not leaving any scratch marks. I'm just a little bit more visible to the killer. You hear the heartbeat. That means the killer is close to me. Oh, yeah, I saw him. So a lot of times I'll jump through windows to help me escape this person. I don't want to keep using or sprinting because he's going to be able to spot me. I stunned him. He's back there. He's going to keep turning invisible. He's going to think that's going to help him. He's going to know I came upstairs because he's going to follow my mark. But what I want to do is try to find a place where I can heal. I'm going to start healing myself. I press R2 to use the med kit. That's faster. Now if I press R1 to heal, it's slower. If I have time, I definitely don't use my med kit. I use that when I need to heal faster. You can see he's right there. He's invisible, but you can kind of see he had those odd marks. I kind of regret not using my med kit because I don't run as fast. I don't run as fast. Okay, so I'm trying to recover. I press R1, I'm trying to recover. Now since it's yellow in my perk, I can recover myself completely. You just leave me on the ground. Sometimes they'll do that to come back and get you. Oh, he's coming back to get me. So next time, now that he hooks me, I'm going to have to start pressing X to keep myself alive until someone rescues me. And if you notice, the red line that's underneath my hook is much shorter. It's half what it was. That's the time that those guys have to get me off the hook. Otherwise, I'm going to die. And sometimes you have what we call a camper. The killers will camp the hooks. That means they just stay around the hooks, waiting for people to come grab you. And then they hit them, knock them down. But hopefully we're going to have to get out of here because Chris is going to head right back after us. Appreciate it. Now he could either heal me, but I want to get away from that hook because I know he's going to come back. Now I'm going to find a place to heal completely. Otherwise, if I stay in this state, I'm going to be one hit down. So I'm using the med kit to go faster. And when it runs out, see it's red and it'll go slower. It's taking a while. So I'll drop this. Hopefully. So I just dropped my med kit. So I can we have one person dead and one person just unplugged. That's what those unplugging means. They just got frustrated or whatever, and so they quit the game. Now, the thing about that is since they quit it, they won't get any blood points, and the killer got some. So if you remember, I found that med kit here, so I'm going to press R1 to grab it, and now I have a new med kit. I walk, I don't run, because I don't want to leave any scratch marks. Listen carefully for the killer's, what they call killer radius. That's the sound they make when I'm close to them. So I have to find a generator. We have 2 more to do, just me and another person. Which is going to be difficult to do. If we work together, we'll go faster. Okay. He's kind of looking in my direction. That might indicate that he's here. I can hear him. There he is. But it gave me a warning, if you can see that. And I kind of want to give you an idea of how he works. Now he's going to turn invisible again because he can move faster. But he cannot hit me without turning out. I'm leaving a lot of scratch marks. You can't see them unless you're the killer. But I want to slow down as soon as I can. Now I can hide in here. And hopefully he won't catch me. One thing to note is that if you stay in one spot too long, crows will come up and they will start flocking around us, and he's going to know you're wherever you're at. They listen to music that's really intense. That means that guy is really close here. So I'm going to stay hidden until I know he's away. See how the music died down. So I'm going to go out and start healing myself as quick as I can. Now that person is dead. I'm the last person surviving. My best bet is to find... see the icon of the hatch. Now the nice thing about the hatch is you'll be able to hear it. If I can find it before getting killed. Or before he finds it and shuts it. You can kind of hear kind of a shh sound. So you have to listen. Now that means that he found the hatch and he shut it. So I'm going to have to pick one of those 2 exit gates that lit up. You saw them. And I have to open it. That's going to be difficult. But he doesn't know which I'm going to head to unless he spots me. You notice the line on top that indicates once that gets to the bottom, I'm not going to be able to live. It's going to automatically kill me. So I have to go to this exit gate and pull this latch down. This takes a while for it. I'm going to keep an eye out for him. Though it's probably not going to matter because time will run out. Okay, he's coming. But I only have so much time. You can see him walking around there. You can hear him. But I'm not going to make this one out alive. If I found the hatch and I had a key, then I could open that hatch and then I would have got out. But as it is, he's going to hang down the hook. This game will make you see how fast it. That's because it killed me quickly because I've been hooked 2 other times. Also because it's the end game. Nobody else is there to get me off the hook, so it kills me quickly. So it'll add up all the blood points. I'll tell you where you score compared to your friends. I only got 16,000. You earn these blood points by getting other people off the hook, by healing others, by completing gens, destroying totems. Okay. I haven't showed you any totems yet, but we will do that this one, because what I'll do is I'll bring the map so we can find some totems and what they'll look like on the map. Okay. Sometimes it takes so long to get a match that I'll go ahead and just hit ready, which means the triangle down here. You can see this. You can also see that I scored not too bad on that, so they gave me a couple more of the marks, so now I only need 3 more, and it'll add 30,000 blood points. So I'm readied up. Of course, I'm not actually ready, it's just that I don't want to sit here in the lobby forever. So I'll go out to my loadout, click up here, and I'm going to go down to one of my maps. So if I use this one, it shows a lot different things, has a little greater range. Click on it, goes up there. I'm going to see what I can add to it. Now if I add this, every time I use the map, everybody's going to see stuff around them. That's going to glow things for them. So it helps you as a team. But I can only choose 2. Unlocks the ability to track black locks. This just means I'm supposed to be able to track the hatch. My understanding is that this already has that ability. You can read it. Well, it can track the killer's belongings and the exit gate. And black locks, it says, with your 8 meters. This allows it to increase distance around what I can see on the map. Now with this type of map, I don't need to add these if I don't want to, because it already does that. So I'll probably add this. It gives me a little. Yeah, you can't just turn on the map. It only lasts for 20 seconds, so I'm gonna give myself another 5 seconds with it by clicking on that. If I want to be nice, I can help my teammates out by adding this as well. And I guess I could do that. I just want to make sure I cleanse a totem so I know what they look like. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. Just so everybody has this. So now every time I use the map, they'll be able to see what I see as well. I'm going to get this because it gives me 100% blood points, so I want more blood points. So totems, killer has certain abilities, something like my add-ons and perks. Some of those require them to have a totem. And that could be, oh, they'll see your aura after they hook someone. So as soon as they hook someone, it shows everybody's aura. So they know where you are on the map for a few seconds. And that might be a hex perk. But if I destroy that totem, that person doesn't get that ability anymore. So I take their ability to find us. So that's why getting rid of totems. One of the worst ones we have that killers will usually put on is what some people refer to as no-ed, meaning nobody exits the game. That means if that kicks on at the end of the game, that's the only time it does, is when all the generators are done. Their totem will light up, and anybody they hit goes down immediately. So they don't have to hit you twice to knock you down to the ground. You just automatically go down. And that can be pretty devastating, and a lot of killers will put that on. And so it's a good idea just to go and destroy all the totems so that never gets to kick on. So we'll also see if we can, I might talk a little less to see if we can survive this as well, but I'm going to try to find a totem. A lot of times you'll get little notification of which ones to turn or what buttons to press, you know, to use the map or whatever, and I'll show you how that works. Yeah, see, all totems, it tells you about the totems here. And I believe there are usually 5 totems. Oh. Okay, that means either somebody quit the game before we got the match going, or something happened. So nobody got any points. And that happens. Hopefully it didn't steal our... stuff. So I still have the map. Once you go into a game, you'll usually lose these things. Unless you survive, you might keep them. Depends on what it is. Here's my offering. It did return that, so I'm going to put it on there. And hit ready up. You know, the triangle as quick as I can. I don't think that's too bright of a hat. But I can go and consider changing her hat from a purple one to a brown one, which may show up less. Or just her hair, depending on what we want to do. And depending on how many people are playing and how many killers there are available, depends on how long you wait for a match. So we're just sitting here waiting. So it's being pretty active. We're not having to wait too long for a game. Hopefully this one will work. Again, we'll get to the lobby with the 3 other people. I don't know them, but let me hit that. Because I'm ready. the quicker they all ready up, the quicker the game will start. But you'll notice that you'll always have one person for some reason who just doesn't want to ready up. But now we're all ready, so it'll go quicker. So as soon as the killer hits ready, they're still in the lobby getting their stuff ready. I can see this guy has, I think, a flashlight. She has a med kit. He doesn't have anything. I have a map. The killer can see that. So he may want to change things of what he sees. And down here you'll skill for interaction, repairing, gives you hints again on what to do or what you can do. Sometimes it'll give you a little hint, like I say, of what kill you're going to have. So sometimes you keep an eye on those and you'll say, oh, we're going to go against, you know, Freddy Krueger or the Nightmare or whatever, or, you know, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, that gives you hints. You know, dropping a pallet, yes, I forgot to mention that, it does make a noise. So you don't want to use those unless you have to, because one, when you knock it down, it's going to make a noise. The killer might, if he's nearby, will hear it and know someone just went through there. Also, you only have a limited amount of them to be able to use in case you have to get away. So once they're used, they're used. And so unless you need to drop a pallet, don't drop one. Okay. So a fairly good map here. Gotta say hello to my friends. That's what everyone does sometimes. You're just pressing the L2 button. I'm gonna follow them. Now, if I use my map, it'll say R2 to read map. And you'll see that it'll kind of burn up a little bit. You see the picture of the map. It'll go down, but I don't have to use it yet. I'm going to help this one, just so we can get this thing done. So he's coming, I can see that because... Oh, he's on there. Oh, shoot. I want to get away from him. I managed to loot him. Here we'll do this. If you've noticed, and we'll keep an eye on that. Can't see how it lights up a little bit. That means he faces us. If it stays on, he's walking over here. So I always keep an eye on that. So we gotta get generators done. If it lights up and goes away real quick, that means he kind of looked over in this direction, but he's probably just turning around looking for something. But if it stays on, you know he's definitely walking towards us. He's walking a little bit closer to us. And you have to listen to the sound. It starts getting loud. He's getting closer to us, yeah, see? Well, I followed it and listened to it, but I wanted to kind of show you. Now, it's not making a whole lot of sound, and so he may not be coming after me, he may went after the other person. So I like to go hide, and then I'll start healing myself. It'll take me a longer time to heal, because I don't have a med kit with me. So that's a little bit scary, that's why I like to be hidden and away from him. But we wanted to work on those gens, and you can see they're going off a little bit quicker now, and that's because we started working on a bunch of gens, and they got... So it'll be... Because we can't get out of here until we get 5 gens done, so we have to work as a team. Now I'm fully healed. Now I'm going to use my map, that's R2. I can look around. You can see purple, little purple dots. That means there's a totem over there. So I go with the purple. And this is what the totems look like. The little 3 skulls. This one's not being used currently, but it might be later. I know that because it's not lit up. It'll be glowing. So I just press R1. That huge bang. I probably just helped that person light up a totem. Because when I lit it up, they all could see where the totems were. And so that guy went over there, started working on that totem. That huge explosion means that was a lit up totem. So we just took a perk away from that killer. Which is the benefit of that little add-on I did for the map that meant everybody could see it. Odds are pretty high that when I lit it up, that person saw it, was attracted to it, went over there, and it was lit up, and so he destroyed it. I keep crouched down. Oh, here's another totem. So you know we got 2 of them destroyed. I'm going to destroy this one. It does not require a skills check. Keep that in mind. So we've got 3 of them out of the way. There's 2 more. So we can go over and save that person. We can work on this skill check. We're pretty far away. Odds are we'll get this thing done. That's their first hook. They have a while. So I'm going to help this person get a gen done. They will not, go into their second phase here for a bit. We have time. Someone unhooked them. You can see that because they're no longer hooked. But of course the killer was hanging out there and downed somebody. You have to be pretty cautious here because if they have what they call, I believe, barbecue and chili, once they hook someone, they'll see everybody's aura, so they know about where we're at. This person got unhooked again. There's more of us around. Now, if they're just laying on the ground, we can go over there and start healing them. And it'll be faster if there's a couple of us. Okay, well, he ran off. I'm gonna check to see if there's any totems around here real quick. Shut it off. God dang it, I missed my skill check. That exploded, that alerted the killer that someone was working on that. Sometimes that will cause him to come over, or sometimes they just assume that you're smart enough and ran off. He's coming over though. Remember, since I'm running, I'm leaving scratch marks, so I just try to get away and then crouch and try to hide. Oh. Got to be fast and maneuverable. If we get hit with that chainsaw, it's automatically 1 down. So what I try to do is do really fast maneuvers. Oop. I didn't mean to do that. So you got me down. Use the chainsaw. I'm going to start my recovery. No. Shouldn't have done that. You'll see, we might have a longer distance to go to get me on a hook, so I want to wiggle really fast. Those guys are trying to slow him down. If I can keep wiggling, I might get free. Yes, I can. Yeah. Okay, now I want to take off running as fast as I can. since I was already wounded, we'll do the same process. Close but no cigar. This guy is really after me, so. Try to go as fast as I can. So you can hear me making noise. Okay, keep an eye on where that is. I'm getting myself healed before I do anything. This person may have no ed, but keep an eye out for that. The no ed means, remember, he can hit you one time and you'll die. I think that guy pointed to this exit gate because he probably wants me to go and open the exit gate. If I can find it. See if that's glowing or not. If it's glowing, I want to get rid of it. It's not. We gotta get a gate open. Or what we call 99%ing it, which means it's open it. Just leave it closed so we don't stop the end game here. That way it gives us more time to get everybody off hooks. We say open escape. So I'll go and I'll keep opening this until it's just about done. You can just come up to it, press the button, and boom, we're open. The 3 lights are lit up, so we know it's 99%ed. So it'll be a quick escape when we need it. Now nobody's on a hook. There's 2 people wounded. I don't know where everybody's at, but go do this totem. Just for extra blood points. Now once I cleanse it, you'll look at the left side of my screen. You will see some blood points and it'll tell me how much I'll get for doing that. I think it's 250 usually. Yeah. Oh, I got 1,000 for cleansing that. So somebody opened the gate. That's why that line up on the very top of our screen opened up. He's dead now. We have one person, if you look at their icon with the hook, that's the guy who's dying. The other 2 people just escaped. So I'm going to go to this exit gate, open it. Right now. Those are what you got on there. See how I'm going up. Now once I get to the top there with the gold, I'll get more of these things, the shards. I can go in here and see the blood points everybody got, what they're using as, you know, their perks and all that. And also the killers. Got 23,000. And since I survived, I kept my map. Okay, so what we'll do this time is choose a guess a toolbox. These are keys. Again, I don't know what in heck that's for. I mean, I know there's additions to it, but you can't open a gate. Personally, unless you can open the hatch with it, to me it's not worth much. But I can just change that, and then I can add additions to different things. They all do different things to help speed things up, or you can use it longer. They don't last as long as you would like. Like this one helps with hooks. Just gives me 12 extra charges. That's usually a pretty good one to add onto it to me. Now sabotage speed, what you're talking here is I can use a toolbox to go and destroy a hook that the killer uses to hook you on. Only thing is, it only lasts for, you know, I think it's 30 seconds or something. That's so that killer can't hook somebody on it. That might be beneficial if you see a person who's downed and the killer is lifting them and start walking towards a hook. You can run over and you may have enough time to destroy that hook, and that makes him have to find another hook to put that person on or lay him down. This kind of delays them. Usually what will happen is the killer will just lay that person down and then just kind of wait for the hook to reappear, which it'll do. So you can't destroy the hooks in the basement. Those are indestructible. And it takes a few seconds to destroy one, so you have to have time. Usually you'll get hit once, depending on how close they are. All survivors start together. So I'll do that because I think it's always good to start together if you can. So I still have 3 more to get on that. I guess I didn't think I did well enough to... But hopefully I will. And I'm talking on what I'm doing and trying to show you different things. It's kind of distracting me a bit from as well as I'd like to. There's always the possibility I just kind of find, you know, it's not that good. Going into the lobby, we're going to ready up, pressing triangle. And there's our one person who won't ready up. I don't know why, but it always seems like there's one person who never presses ready. It's just, I'm not sure why that is. It's kind of funny, I guess. It's always fun. So if you notice with the toolbox, if I walk over to this, it'll give me the option to sabotage. I just press R2. I don't want to waste this one on sabotaging it. Notice everyone's kind of skittish because they just heard the heartbeat. Now, it gives me the option just to repair it normally or to use the toolbox. I'm using the toolbox so we just help you see how fast it goes. But you can also see it's only limited on, I mean, the toolbox is used up pretty quickly. But once it's used, it's used. I want to get at least one done. Oh, they're coming. Looks like it's... Oh, shoot. Not looking where I'm going. It got me. But see, that's why I have this perk. I don't want to go over towards them because it'll bring the killer there. So I'm going to go away from them. He may even think that he's not following me. I can see that person's running, so he's over there. I'm going to save my perk. I'm just going to go over here. She'll heal me, and I'll be able to pop right up. Two people will see that up. And I'm healed. He's waking me up. That's... If we're asleep, we don't spot him quite as fast. Oh shoot. Now look where he's going. Dang it. Try to wiggle out. I think there's some those. I'll try to go as long as I can with this one. Now I can try to escape by pressing R1. You got about 4% chance. Pretty rare to get off, but if you're desperate you can. But it uses a lot of your life to do it. Try to heal myself here. This would take longer time than if somebody healed me, but he just kind of took off. And I think I'm safe to do that. Now sometimes you notice I drop my toolbox and it was done. Some people just keep that with them. So we know the person's over there. He's going to go over, get that person off of there. We can heal her real quick if we all join together. Oh shoot. Really, your best bet, if you can get out of the way, is to hide. Keeping low to the ground. If I run again, I'm going to leave little scratch marks that you'll notice on these. On everything, like the ground, the walls. I just want to get the heck out of here. Now, some people are working on this. Let's help them out. Get another gen done. He's coming. He spotted us anyway. Sometimes you do that to kind of warn your friends that, hey, he spotted us, he's on his way. Sometimes you'll go back. Hopefully he left that. Always keep an eye out there. See that? That looks like you hear that generator's almost done. Let's heal her. coming. Oop. Oh, shoot. I don't want to run to my friends. I want to make him decide who he wants. I'm not sure what happened there. He must have a new perk. I think they have a new perk coming out now that for some reason with Freddy unless it's happening, I don't know. This is my second hook, so now I'll have to be what's next? Hopefully somebody will. I'm gonna go to the far end. Hopefully he won't spot me. This means he's pretty close. I'm not sure where he's at yet. But I best be getting healed because he just has to hit me once and I'll be down because I'm not healed. You see the heal line. If I go vaulting over this quickly, it'll leave a loud mark. If I go over it slowly, it doesn't leave, you know, it doesn't make a big sound for them. Gotta help our friends, but we just have to be careful. Oh, there he is. He's after me with that sound. So a lot of killers, what they'll do is they'll I stunned him, so that gives me a little bit extra time. So I will probably die. Yeah, I'm gonna end it on that. Gets you to a hook, if you will. Yeah, he did. He did well enough, he gave me one. There, so I'm leveled up, so I got 300 of those. These things right here. And like I say, you'll be able to use those to buy things on the store. But anyway, hopefully that'll help with some of the basic thing. I know I didn't survive a whole lot, but He used to do better than I have. But it gives you the idea of what to do or how to do things, hopefully, for PS4.